headed to the blind here behind the house, and I hadn't found anything the past couple times I was back here, but look at this. Looks like we might have a buck coming through still. We'll find out. Alright, so that was a pretty good hunt. I didn't shoot anything, but I got some good info. So I went to Cross Hill this morning, and with thunderstorms coming in, I was hoping the thunderstorms would jump something up, but nothing did. Came back home early and had a couple of things to do around the house, and went in the woods after supper behind the house here. And I don't think I got it on camera. I might have it on the trail cam, hopefully. But I had a buck, had a tall rack, and I don't think it was the Heavy Beam 8, but it had a tall rack. I couldn't tell exactly which one it is, but down in the corner of my eye, I sat in the same blind, that ground blind, the old pine tree stump, and out of the corner of my eye down in the field, in the swamp, I saw something run by, and then I saw two somethings, the back of two things run down. So I got ready, and a doe came running straight at me into the salt block, and it came and stopped behind the laurel, so it couldn't see me. And I heard something else coming up, and the buck came and stopped broadside, perfect broadside, exactly where I wanted to stop. I started drawing my bow. I had the camera off, at that point. I just cut it off. And it stopped. I started drawing my bow, and he was there like 1 second. 1 second, and the doe took off. Didn't see me. Neither one saw me. He was chasing that doe. And as soon as I started drawing, they started running again and went back. So I made a couple grunts and a snort wheeze, trying to get his attention. And they stayed back down in the bottom where I had the tree climber stand. So they're back there. They're back in there. Praise the Lord. So I'm gonna set up back there with the tree climber up off the ground, and hopefully get them in when they come running through. They're hopefully tomorrow. All right, I'm back in the same spot in the stand where the doe and buck came running up to me. The buck just didn't stand still long enough for me to get a shot. I'm here a little bit earlier, not much, but yeah, hopefully we'll have some more action. I'm hoping they'll do the same thing, but this time I've got my compound bow. That way I can draw it when I see them running up this way and have it back by the time they get here. Maybe that'll make a difference. So the doe last night, and I didn't have the camera on, but the doe ran from down here in the back of that field back here, and ran down the field, and then ran straight up right here to me, and stopped on the other side of that laurel bush right there, or a holly bush right there, and couldn't see me. The buck came up just behind the doe and then darted off here to the right and stopped right there on the other side of this tree, right there, right about there. Perfect broadside, but only stood there for like 1 second. And so I was drawing when I saw that doe come up to here. I was drawing and watching the buck run to here and stop, but I couldn't get the bow drawn fast enough before they took off running again. And so that's what I'm hoping. If they do the same thing, come running up into here, I'll have the bow, by the time I see them down here, had the bow drawn and hold it back until they get up here, or I'll get a shot over here. But they came up right behind that bush, so I couldn't shoot them while they ran up, or any time except to that spot right there. My first deer hunt that I recorded was right here. I actually shot the doe through right here, and it was over there near that power pole, and ran maybe 40 yards. I shot it with my recurve. That's one of my first YouTube videos. I messed up and I recorded I didn't get the light was too low to get it on camera. It was morning, but I messed up and recorded the tracking on the Marco Polo to show my brothers and my dad, and I couldn't get that footage from there to the YouTube channel, so I didn't get all of it, but it's still a good hunt. deer were already out here. I don't know if I shot it or shot under it. Since those does were already over there, they just blew once and they didn't leave. They just walked away. Can't believe that. Can't believe I did that. I just walked in. It was too hot. I had my camo on. It's too hot. I'm fixing to faint right now. But I didn't get my clothes washed. So I was just brought this for camo and I was gonna put it on once I got to the spot. But I was walking through the back here because I know the bucks come from that way. They're coming now. For some reason this year they weren't coming through but I've got a nice 8-point on the camera now where those does were. And so I was gonna move up to hopefully get them in daylight. And those deer, those does, I think there was 3. They were in the creek bottom. Down in the bottom. I guess they were sneaking up through the creek bed, sneaking up to the mineral block. Crap. I walked right past them, going to the back. And they were down in the creek, so I couldn't see them until they jumped. Man. Alright, but one I know trotted off, didn't really run off, trotted off this way. And the other one went that way, but I don't know if it came down the dirt road back down or is still up in that thicket up there. So I just not gonna go back that way and risk scaring them again. Hopefully they'll come back in. And I'm just gonna sit right here and hopefully get a shot at a deer coming through right here. And I've got this big sycamore tree to blend in. So hopefully that'll work without my boots on. That's good cover for me. Hopefully the deer will think that was what they heard. I think it's noisy. So I've got rubs all over here. I know it's late in the season for rubs, but just to show you that the bucks like being in here, I showed you that 2 earlier. There's one right here, right there. And there's one over there. And we're just surrounded with them. They like this real thick stuff. All right, so we're gonna have our own like little National Geographic documentary, and Colton's going to see if his dog Axel will pull a sled. You're strong?
Yeah, put the one on there.
Never had real snow like this before.